After a massive dump down to about 60K, Bitcoin looks like it could be targeting 80K next. Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 2:45 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 71,323. And we're gonna start off here with the weekly chart, and this candle closes in the next 4 hours and 15 minutes. Stochastics are on the way down. The 21 moving average is at 97,243. We're very far from the 21 moving average. In my system, when we're too far from the 21 moving average, we either have to start going sideways and wait for the 21 moving average to catch up a little bit more to price, or we could make a move back up towards the 21 moving average, either touching it or maybe we meet it halfway. Since we did a gigantic drop down, basically almost touching the 200 moving average, it looks like we might be heading to this 100 moving average, which would be the neckline of this head and shoulder pattern that I gave you guys. Usually, sometimes we go back, test the neckline, and then we roll back over. If that happens, the 100 moving average is at 87,415. So I think that we could possibly be making a move back up at least above 80K. Let's see if we can make it to 87. I've been calling an 87K move for a couple of weeks. We've dropped down since then, but being far away from the 21 moving average, it looks like we might be doing it. Also, once this candle closes, this 50 moving average is possibly going to drop, and right now it's at 100,268. I think it's going to go either closer to 100K or possibly below 100K. And as you guys know on this channel, I've been speculating that once the 50 moving average is below 100K, that's possibly when we could make a move back up towards it. Maybe it's not yet, maybe it has to go below 90, but I don't think it's going to happen until we get below 100K. Now we take a look at the other time frames, like the 3-day chart. This isn't looking too bad. The stochastics are starting to reset. The RSI, after plunging down into this black abyss here, we're starting to roll back up, and we're starting to get a tweezer bottom here. We're getting a green candle. If this closes like that, this is going to be bullish. This closes in the next 4 hours and 12 minutes. Again, we're far away from the 21 moving average. That's at 86,937. Again, signifying that we could be making a move towards that 21 moving average. We head over to the daily chart. We already see that the stochastics are on the way up. 21 moving average now is at 81,847. This is starting to look kind of like we want to do a V-shaped recovery up towards it. So we still have a lot more upside here for the stochastics RSI. I can see us making a move here towards this 21 moving average. Now on the 22-hour chart, we're starting to get toppy on the stochastics RSI. The 21 moving average here is not too far away. That's at 75,266. I've been telling you guys how the first line that we have to break of resistance is going to be at 75K. So we have to get above this 21 moving average and then make our way up to this 50 moving average, which is at 84,514. If we get rejected from this 21 moving average, then maybe that's all we're going to get, and maybe we'll roll back down to about 70K. The fact that we're above 70K at the moment gives us the range between 70 and 80K, but there is going to be resistance at around 74, 75K. On the 12-hour chart is the same thing. We're starting to get toppy here on the stochastics. We have to start dragging here on the top and get above that 21 moving average before we reset. 8-hour chart also getting toppy, and here we're closer to the 21 moving average now. That's at 72,130. We have to get above this. Now on the 4-hour chart, we got some bullish divergence here on the stochastics RSI. We are toppy. This looks like we're starting to drag here on the stochastics, but one thing that is good is that we are above the 21 moving average. This looks like it wants to make its way to the 50 moving average. That's at 73,354. Now what we need to happen is once this 4-hour stochastics resets to the bottom, we need to stay above this 21 moving average. If we could do that, this could be a possible inverted head and shoulder, where this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this could start possibly being the right shoulder. You know, this measure move could take us up. Maybe this 80 moving average are at around 78K, but we have to stay above this 21 moving average, and for sure we have to stay above this possible head here. On the 1-hour chart, stochastics look to roll back up. We are above the 50 here on the RSI. We're above all the moving averages. The next thing I want to go try to take is this 200 moving average at 73,456. It looks like we're primed to go and do that. And on the 15-minute chart, we have to be careful here because the stochastics are toppy. If we can't get above this head here, which is basically at around 71,564, this could end up being some type of a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, and this could be the right shoulder. If we could get above this head, then we could make it up. This is looking kind of like a flag here. So we flag this out. This could give us a small move up, and it's probably what we would need to pierce the head of this head and shoulder and negate it. And this gives us the measured move to about 72,298. It looks like we might be getting above 72, and like I said, trying to go and fight that that resistance at 74, 75K. If we could do that, I do expect more upside for Bitcoin. As long as we could stay above 70K, we have a good shot. If we start to break 70K again, that brings us into the new realm between 60K and 70K. So we have to stay above 70K and make a rally up. So my prediction for right now is that we probably will stay above and see if we could get above 74K. We could do that. Then we're possibly gonna have to go test 80K. We'll have resistance at 84, but things are looking in the up and up to at least make it to 86K. But like I said, we have to go through all these resistance. Now, really quickly, I just want to go over silver. On silver, we're currently at $77.94. Last time I covered this, I told you how it's possible we're going to go to the 21 moving average, and we pretty much did with a wick here. That was at $62. Now we're bouncing back up. The stochastics are still on the way down, so maybe, you know, we could still come back down here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So stochastics are starting to reset. The RSI is starting to reset. So this is starting to look good. We're bouncing off the 80 moving average. It looks like we want to make it up towards this 21 moving average, kind of the same deal as Bitcoin. We're kind of far away from the 21 moving average. That's currently at $91. And we take a look at the 4-hour chart. This is looking kind of like it wants to double bottom here. The stochastics still have room. So if we double bottom here on silver, this could give us a move back up to about 109. So this is possible. I'm gonna put this here as a possible double bottom, 1 bottom, 2 bottom. In order for this to happen, we do have to get above $91, and we definitely have to get above this 200 moving average. Take a look at the 1-hour chart really quickly. Stochastics are kind of toppy. 21 moving average is at $74. So if we roll down and we could stay above this 21 moving average, then the likelihood of us going to $90 is higher. This kind of being some type of an inverted head and shoulder as well, and this, yeah, will take us above like 85K or so. So I'm going to put up this double bottom play here, and let's see if this plays out. I'm expecting us at least to go to $91, $92. If we could get above that, then it's possible we could make it back up above $100. If you guys are lost in the process of trading and you're not sure how to create patterns, you're not sure where to take profits, when to get in, check out the FlexCandle beginner course where you learn to read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, for a limited time, I have it at a 50% discount. Check out the link in the description and get your digital course today. Let's take a look at gold really quickly. Same type of deal. We were far away from the 21 moving average. We got very close to it. The stochastics are kind of on the way up. They could roll over here. The RSI is a little bit toppy. On the daily chart, stochastics are starting to reset. We are above the 21 moving average. This is big. This shows that, you know, it's possible we can make it back up. This kind of looks like a double bottom as well, and this could possibly take us back up above $5,000, maybe about $5,250. Take a look at the 4-hour chart, and I'm seeing a double bottom here as well. I'm seeing a Adam and Eve double bottom here. You see the V, and then we're getting a rounded bottom. This is Adam and Eve double bottom, and this could possibly also bring us up back to the top of this level. We could possibly make it back up here to the top. I would say that there will be resistance up here, but I would say we can make it back up to about 5,500. So both silver and gold are on double bottoms. Let's see if they end up playing out. We are above the 21 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. Same type of deal. Once this resets and we come down, we do have to stay above this 21 moving average in order to make this work. If we lose it, then we could possibly fall down. But right now, it looks like Bitcoin, gold, and silver want to make some type of move up. All right, guys. So that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.